supposed to be. I can show you what love's supposed to feel like. I can show you, yeah, I can show you, yeah. You saw me, it was a simple feeling. You'd broken my heart, I was back in your arms. I was another being, knowing you're no good for me, but happy to keep on hurting. Right from the start, I love who you are. Happy to keep on hurting, and you hurt me. You hurt me. as you saw me. It was a simple feeling. You'd broken my heart, I was back in your arms. I was another being, knowing you're no good for me, but happy to keep on hurting. Right from the start, I love who you are. Happy to keep on hurting, and you hurt me.
Hello, hello. It is I. What am I doing? Honkai. Hope everyone is good today. I'm happy my 11-hour shift got turned into a 6-hour shift because we were so dead. Because it seems everyone was at home for the coronation. But today we have officially a new king. He came in like the Dark Souls final boss. I was expecting a little health bar to show up during that coronation. You just fight Charles. But today we're gonna be carrying on with the story. Last time we actually got to level 24. So we can carry on.
What should I observe today?
Your mom. I think we get free today. Nice. We finished. Let's do a quick little free walk. Come on. Give it something good. Nah. Pete.
Oh.
Are you going to give me pocket money? Can't find a puppet. It's connected. This is a group message. Give me the number of current curious. Huh? I told you not to reply. Alright then.
Who is it? Shop's closed today. You'll have to come back tomorrow.
No. It's the radiator fixes.
I remember. The three outsiders.
The three outsiders.
Why are you still strolling around the city? Do you know the Silvermane guards are looking all over for you?
I'm a risk taker.
Get inside. Don't get
I like
started.
risks.
Alright, you'll be safe here. My workshop has pretty good soundproofing and barely anyone comes in. Just what
Nobody
technology
likes you,
did
Savile.
Exactly. They recalled a bunch of guards from the front line to track you down. It's unprecedented. Now they're patrolling the whole city and everyone's in a panic.
Panic!
Oh, we just...
Not yet, March.
Not
Rania
yet.
said we could trust you completely.
You mean to say you don't trust me completely?
Ooh. No.
Good. That's smart of you. But you needn't worry. Cocolia and I aren't even on speaking terms. It was her that ejected me from the Architects. I refuse to stand with her.
You are evicted
I don't believe
and
you guys would
ejected
do
from
anything
the
bad.
architect.
And the Architects are gonna need conclusive and publicly available evidence for me to think otherwise. Besides, I know the Architects, and if they did have any evidence,
I know the
they'd have
Architects.
released it by now.
I know them by name.
I know Cocolia's style. Get everyone into a frenzy first. Most people in a frenzy don't stop to ponder the details.
What details have you been pondering?
Me? None. What Cocolia and the Architects get up to has nothing to do with me. My time is too precious for pondering. These days, I just spend my time fixing things in this workshop and playing music. It's a pretty carefree existence. If I'm not careful,
Carefree.
I'll start boring you all with sob stories.
There were
about
actually
work.
some people playing the
back to you
guitar
guys.
outside my work
If
today. They were
long
just
lost
sat with a
Bronya
couple
told
of
you to come
beers
here,
and they
you must
just
have something
they were
important
just
to tell me.
playing the guitar. I thought it was
can
so
trust me.
random.
I know our paths have only crossed once before, but my intuition tells me you guys are good people. And I've got good intuition, by the way.
I have good intuition.
Ooh, I'm the best storyteller. Let me.
Perhaps I should do it.
No.
I'll still be here tomorrow.
Do I have to choose? No?
So that's what's been happening. No wonder we hadn't heard from Bronya recently. After all these years in isolation and without a single word from below, this is what's become of the underworld? I believe you. There's no way you could have invented all those twists and turns. What's more, we have Miss
No, we
Zealand
ran
here
into
as living
monsters
proof.
and then we ran into
As for the
monsters.
Stellaron,
And then the Stellaron. And then I joined a
Bronya
fight
couldn't
club.
find me.
How could you make that up? You
When I
couldn't
was
make
still
that
one
up.
of the architects working in the scientific research division, I was researching the Stellaron. I never thought I'd hear that word again after being expelled by the architects.
Expelled.
Come on, I'll tell you everything.
We talked to Seville some more. Hey, bitch.
Only a very few people in Belobog know of the existence of the Stellaron. Those that do would never associate it with the Fragmentum or Eternal Freeze. But according to the data recorded in that robot, Svarog, the architects dug out the truth.
Oh yeah, how can I like make up what I found
The
about
research
Svarog
results
as
were
well?
purposely hidden away to ensure that the outside world would never know of them. Just my luck. Out of all the research topics I could have chosen, I insisted on the Stellaron.
The Stellaron.
Anyone who wanted to get closer to the
Stellamus
truth
Prime.
had been expelled or abandoned. Maybe I should be thanking Cocolia. All she did was push me out. She could have decided to take a more permanent measure.
Should've kinda killed ya.
Yes. I never observed it directly, but I used lab simulations and outbound surveys to establish a rough location. According to the survey results, the Stellaron is likely to the north of Belobog, somewhere in the vast snow plains.
We must locate it as soon as possible. Ideally before Cocolia takes action. Can you tell us the way?
And show me the
Not a
way.
problem. I was thinking the same thing. But I'm afraid telling you might not be enough. The area to the north of Belobog has been more or less swallowed up by the Fragmentum. If you want to get to the northern snow plains, you'll need to get past the Silvermane Guard restricted zone on the front lines first. Even if you get past the restricted zone in one piece, you'll have a whole heap of Fragmentum to deal with. Yes, that's where the main force of the Silvermane Guards is stationed. They've consolidated their position there in order to resist the encroaching Fragmentum.
Sounds like the three of us and Zila might not be enough. Why don't we go back underground and get Wildfire to come with us?
I
Nice.
fear we may not have the time.
Hey, enough pessimism. Back in my official capacity days, I spent a lot of time in the north. I got to know the soldiers and officers on the front line very well.
Team up.
This calls for brainwaves, not brawn waves. How about I take you over myself?
Really? Great! Phew. It's less scary if someone you know is leading the way.
I want to see the Stellaron too, you know. It was my research topic for over a decade. You don't get that many decades in life. That's
That's a
settled.
bit deep.
There's no time to lose. We should head out as soon as you're ready.
I'm ready, fam.
Darn it! I forgot my brother said he'd be around today.
Oh, Japard.
Find somewhere to hide, quick! I'll handle him.
How can he not hear her?
Japard! It's you!
Japard!
I didn't think you'd have the time
I
to
wasn't
visit with
expecting
things
you.
so tense on the front line.
That's not
Things are
sus.
manageable. The latest wave of monster attacks has slowed. I'm back in the city to take care of a few matters, but I'll be back on the front line later. I thought I told you.
Ah! Oh, yes. That's right.
Sis, you look a bit pale. Did something happen?
I'm just white.
No. Why would anything have happened?
You don't normally use my full name.
You said you hate it when I call you bro in public. Well, I agree. It'd sound better if I started using your full name. Right, Broseph?
Bros of
You can
Joseph.
Call me whatever you like. Look, Serval, I'm here on official business today. There's something wrong with the barrier generator device, and the engineers in our unit don't know how to fix it. I need you to take a look.
Those guys can't think outside the box. Of course they can't wrap their heads around my design. I thought it was something big. Leave it here. I'll take a look.
Sorry to trouble you.
Why are you being so polite? Oh, and why is the city under curfew all of a sudden? Has something happened?
I've been instructed to keep it quiet.
Lil Jeppy. So grown up now, looking down on his civilian sister.
Don't say that. Forget it. If I don't tell you, Pela will. Last night, Lady Bronya suddenly appeared. She entered Klepoth Fort without saying anything to anyone. The Supreme Guardian is worried that the 3 intruders may have followed Bronya out of the Fragmentum and back into the administrative district. She issued a curfew for the entire city and ordered us to pursue and capture
How
any
come we weren't
suspicious
seen
individuals.
when we first got back then?
Ah, so that's how it
There were
is.
so many guards.
No wonder I haven't heard from Bronya. Is she alright?
I'm not sure. She hasn't left Klopoth Fort. The Supreme Guardian just said she'd returned. Nothing more.
Well, I was sure worried about her. After she disappeared, Payla's workload doubled. She said she barely had time to go out.
She really does tell you everything. Oh, by the way, I left my Goethe Hotel limited edition flask behind last time I was here. Let me have a look for it. I think I left it over...
Wait!
What is it? You seem pretty off today, Serval.
It's, right. You remember how you neglected all those flowers to death? I piled them all over there during a bit of spring cleaning, and now they smell terrible. So, don't go over there.
Seems like a strange reason not to take a look. Plus, am I supposed to believe you were spring cleaning? You must be up to more forbidden research.
The forbidden research.
Am not. How dare you? What do you take your sister for?
Never mind. This is your space.
Hello,
I
Hellfire.
shouldn't
How are you
intrude.
doing today?
I've got business to take care of. Bye for now.
Like, I don't need my limited edition
Hey,
flask.
wait a sec. Those intruders. I wanted to
Alright.
ask,
Bit tired,
what
but
crime have they committed?
all good.
They're plotting to
Bad to
overthrow
not be
the
stuck at
architects
work anymore.
and bring harm to the city.
Huh. Reminds me of the accusations against me. Kokolia's methods haven't changed.
Don't say that, Serval. I know that you're still nursing a grievance against the Supreme Guardian. But this isn't a joking matter.
You're telling me off again? Fine. Whatever, bro. You better be going. Come listen to Payla in my next rehearsal.
I will, if I have the time.
Oh, Japad. That'd be such a shit, brother.
The coast is clear. You can come out now.
Phew, I nearly suffocated. What kind of plot device was that?
I almost lost my cool when he went for his flask.
This is bad. Bronya's in danger. We have to go save her.
Attempting to storm Klopoth Fort by ourselves? Forget it, Zila. I don't care how skilled you are, I'm not sending you on a suicide mission. Rest assured, Kokolia may have changed over the years, but she never hurt Bronya. I'm certain of that.
She'd never hurt Bronya. She's probably killed her.
You sound like Bronya herself. I don't get it. You guys are against Kokolia. and yet in some ways,
Coca-Cola.
You seem to trust her completely.
Didn't you hear him? He said he needs to take care of a few matters in the city first. If we're fast enough, we can stay out of his way.
Empress Coca-Cola.
Come on, let's go to the restricted zone. If we can
Coca-Cola.
get ahead of the curve and find the Stellaron, Kokolia will be out of options.
Is Bronya really safe?
You care about
Yeah,
her,
I'm
huh?
just running around the
We
sea
must have
like,
become
yeah.
close friends.
Here I am. Big old target on my
Close
back.
is a bit much. But I made her a promise.
Relax. She's the strongest girl I've...
Off to the restricted zone.
Jacked up security, all right. How the heck are we gonna sneak in? Serval, we need one of those brainwaves.
Leave it to me.
Yeah.
Stick close, guys, and don't get spotted.
This is a military base.
Doesn't look like a
Trespassers
military
aren't allowed
base.
in. Wait, isn't that... Ha! Serval! Long time no see.
Wow,
We
Well,
up plot.
if it isn't Franz. Long time no see. You're still watching the entrance?
Well, you see, you haven't changed, Serval. Still nailing us to the wall.
What?
So, what brings
So
you over
nailing
here
us
at
to the
this hour?
wall.
And who are the guys behind you?
Friends.
My brother said the restricted zone energy lines were malfunctioning. Told me it was urgent. He doesn't trust those contracted maintenance workers, so he got me in for free. These guys are my assistants. We need to overhaul all the installations
Yes,
here.
I know electricals.
I didn't hear anything about the energy lines malfunctioning.
I'm an electrician.
Oh, please. This is a technology division issue. Why would they tell you guys? Come on, let us in already. If the heating system goes down in the middle of the night, are you gonna be responsible for all the frozen corpses?
No, that's not something I could handle. Seeing as you're Captain Japard's sister, it should be fine. Okay, here are some temporary passes. Oh, and remember to give them back to me when you leave.
Thanks, Franz. I'll put in a good word for you with my brother and get him to promote you.
No, Captain Japard hates all that under-the-table stuff. I'd have a better chance if you don't mention me at all.
Into the base. Steal your treasure, your
See?
books.
That was easy.
You're Japard's sister, all right.
Treat your barrels.
Do you see that mechanical gear bridge? When you cross over to the other side, you arrive at hell on Earth.
Big robot.
An endless fragmentum, a few exhausted Silvermane guards, and the stench of death in the air. If we want
That
to
sounds
progress
like a
further
Monday
north,
morning.
we will need to cross that hell. Are you ready?
Hell yeah.
Exactly. We've got nowhere left to retreat.
Let's go then. First, we need to think of a way to get to the other side.
We run.
I helped set the underlying mechanisms for this type of gear bridge. It's controlled via different terminals in combination. Let's go find them.
Is Japard on frontline duty a lot?
Yes, but what made you ask that all of a sudden?
It's so dangerous. Don't you worry about him?
Nope. This terminal's offline. We can't control it from here.
Wow.
So what's the plan?
We die.
Look for another. Every platform linked to the gear bridge should have a similar terminal.
I never would have guessed that Japard and you were brother and sister.
I can't say I blame you. We're nothing alike in personality or interest. In our family, we have a strong military tradition going back generations. Many a Landau has died in their prime. There's not a lot of brother and sister time. Everyone just does their best to get on with their life.
Is he taking me to treasure? Oh, he's taking me away. He's taking me out. Nice.
Darn! Can't activate it. Seems like someone severed the energy supply to the terminals.
It's better.
Huh.
Is it just Sampo?
You know, the more I think about it, the more it seems deliberate. With the front line on high alert, they must have rotated the bridge to make it impassable. Then they cut off the energy supply to the terminals to avoid accidental repositioning. Or to prevent deserters from escaping. That way, even if the front line were to collapse, the Fragmentum monsters wouldn't be able to make it to the other side.
Bronya was right. The Silvermane guards really are risking their lives to protect Belobog.
Just my conjecture, but I doubt it's far from the truth. My brother mentioned that they've had to use extreme measures to repel the Fragmentum monsters. Let's press on.
I want to see
Can't
the
activate either
fragmented
of these terminals,
monsters.
so let's look for the energy supply installation itself.
I have a death wish. Let's go.
That's it! The thing's shaped like a giant iron ball.
And it's behind a gate. What are the odds?
Its formal name is the Mechanism Energy Hub.
They just destroy the
It's
gate.
connected to all the energy lines.
Beat it up.
I would have thought it covers the entire restricted zone.
No wonder it's so heavily guarded.
And we just walk straight in.
Everything? That's a disaster waiting to happen. We learned the hard way.
As long as we can gain access permissions to the hub, we can operate the gear bridge terminals. That's why I told them we were here for urgent maintenance. The frontline equipment
Aw.
needs servicing just as much as the rest.
Thank you.
So that's why you went for maintenance. Way to go, Serval. I thought you just came up with it on the spot.
You're so
Come
kind.
on, let's see if that guard over there will let us pass.
No idea what it is. Well, it means they can use my it means they can use some of the emotes.
Evening, soldier. Are you the emergency engineers? I saw you guys hanging around. Did you find the problem?
Not yet. Everything looks normal so far. I think
No.
the problem is stemming from the energy hub.
You don't get a lot.
If you let us in, we can do
It's
a
just
routine
added
service
support,
inspection.
really.
I've worked on various iterations of this type of installation.
How are you doing anyway?
No. No can do. No one gets near the energy hub without the security captain's encryption key.
Not even the Supreme Guardian?
The Supreme Guard.
Modeling.
Hey, no.
What are you
games
modeling?
here. No dice without the encryption key.
Ah, darn, this guy's not stupid.
Oh, nice.
You need the encryption key, right? Which
Some new
captain
models.
should I bother then?
Captain Dunn's resting up ahead. Go and find him. If he grants you permission, I won't stand in your way.
Done? Why didn't you say so? No problem. We'll be back in a bit.
Yeah, no problemo. So it's called Honkai Impact. It's like Gabe's favorite game. It's like Genshin.
Serval, this Dunn. Do you know him?
You bet I do. We go way back. He's easy to talk to.
He's
Hey,
easy to talk to.
Dunn. It's been a while. I didn't know you made security captain.
Surely all of these people are meant to know what to play. Yes, it is. Of course it is. Would you expect me to play any different?
Allow me to introduce my assistants to you. They help me take care of business at the workshop. Everyone, this is Captain Dunn, an old friend of mine. He used to be an ace on the keys in the band.
Oh, you play rock and
Rock and
roll.
roll.
too?
Yay.
Cool.
He's gone to work.
Pleased to meet you.
He came and sat with me while I had my lunch, but and then he went to work.
Hello.
Oh, what's that weird smell?
Zachary! How many days has it been since you showered?
I showered right before my shift.
Maybe not all day. I'm back at work at 12 tomorrow.
I haven't showered in 2 days, sir.
unacceptable.
Thank you.
Especially in front of visitors. Apologies for the embarrassment, all.
It's not a big deal, Dun. You know, if you get a chance, would you want to get on stage with us again? My keyboard guy is pretty good, but I still miss our military days playing in the band.
That was a long time ago, Serval. I haven't touched a keyboard in ages. Besides, I'm stationed here all year round. I'm afraid I don't get many chances to return to the city.
The city is right there.
Ceremony. How may I assist you? If everything's in order, you'd better head back to the city. It's not safe here.
I've checked the lines. There don't seem to be any major problems. All that's left is the energy hub. The guard over there said that I needed an encryption key to open the gate. Can you help me out? Anything wrong, Dun?
Sorry, Serval, but can you tell me what Captain Japard told you?
Huh? Oh, let me think. Hey, sis, the energy supply lines in the restricted zone have malfunctioned. Those useless engineers can't find the problem. Something like that?
And may I ask, when did he contact you?
This morning? Yeah, that's right. He's on urban patrol duty today, right? That's why he popped round and asked the favor.
Huh. Captain Japard just returned to the front line. I could reconfirm with him?
Huh? Hold up, he's back? That can't be. He was still in the city a little while ago.
You haven't changed, Serval. You're still a lousy liar. These people you've brought, they're not workshop assistants, right?
Oh.
Serval, it's not that I don't want to help you, but you should remember that I'm a Belobog Silvermane guard. How about this? You can leave, and I won't tell anyone about this incident. But the outsiders must remain.
Here goes the negotiation.
It's time to fight.
I brought you guys here, and I'm standing with you till the end. Dun, this concerns the fate of Belobog. No, the fate of our whole world. Please, don't stand in our way.
Serval! We used to rehearse together every day. You must understand. My rock and roll soul is to uphold the dignity of a soldier.
Oh, we're fighting.
Move carefully.
This song's for you.
Turn it up! Who invited you?
Stay close! Here stands the Silvermane Guard!
No
What?
interesting conflict.
Pretty good crowd today. Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it, or rock with it!
Who will it be? Tough luck running into me! ordained by the stars. Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing!
Fighting is meaningless. The truth of life and death, revealed in this sanctuary, is but a vision.
Let's rock!
I've no interest
Gotta
in
try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move!
Fighting is meaningless.
This song's for you. good crowd today.
Let's rock.
The fighting is meaningless.
Who will it be?
Don't! My turn! Everything is ordained.
Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
Tough luck running into me!
I've no interest in conflict.
He should stop saying that, I guess.
Sanctuary is but a vision.
No manners,
Ready to
huh?
lose your... You can fight it, or rock with it.
Who invited you? Huh? My turn! Try that again!
Too late to repent.
There it is. He died.
Serval? Why?
I'm sorry, Dun. Time for a little nap.
We knocked him unconscious.
He's just unconscious. Don't worry.
He's just dead.
Stubborn fool. Strong, though. Wildfire lacks people like him.
Got it. The encryption key. Quick, before
We just
attract
pickpocketed
attention,
this
let's-
man.
I think we attracted attention.
That's the enemy attack alarm. Every Silvermane guard in the reserve zone just became our enemy.
Let's take him out, I guess.
We've made it up till now. I could lose an arm and a leg for all I care. I have to lay eyes on the Stellaron. Quick, back to the energy supply hub. Anyone that tries to stop us is gonna find out a thing or two.
We're about to
I'd
fight.
known he had the encryption key from the start. I could have snuck in and taken it off him myself.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda, Sela. Activating the gear bridge alone would have been enough to expose us.
Turn it up!
The sanctuary is but a vision.
Let's rock!
Who will it be? Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing. Keep up. You can fight it, or rock with it.
I love her guitar.
Watch this awesome move!
Who will it be?
Try that again! Let's rock!
There it is.
Past victories don't guarantee future ones.
What's that?
Freeze!
Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
The sanctuary is but a vision.
Who will it be?
Let's rock!
You can fight it.
Oh, rock with it.
You couldn't have done it without me. Turn it up!
Who will it be? Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
The sanctuary is but a vision. Past victories don't guarantee future.
Here! Watch this awesome move!
Aquaboo.
Who will it be? Keep up! Oh, stars, give these
How much
trailblazers
speed do
your
I need?
blessing.
Like ultimately how much?
You can't run! Try that again!
The sanctuary is but a vision.
Who will it be? We're in.
We're in.
Open! Hold!
Give me some time. Who designed this operating system? It's so unintuitive. Emergency fire evacuation system? Not that. Rock and roll dance floor atmosphere mode? Who the heck added that? Gear bridge control terminal. Still found it.
Oh, you can play Dance Dance Revolution?
That's it. I've reset the energy system. Let's go and operate the gear bridge terminal.
Oh, there's that big robot. Oh, we're gonna have to fight the big room.
Serval, won't more Silvermane guards be waiting for us on the other side of the gear bridge?
Yup.
Let me heal.
Then what's our plan?
Kill them.
Well, either we reason with them or charge straight through the blockade. Let's play it by ear.
But I got these. Let's go, I guess.
Careful. There's a big guy up ahead.
Big guy.
There's no other way. We'll have to fight.
If we can beat Svarog, we can beat this one. Let's
I
go.
beat 2 of these in the Fight Club.
Move carefully.
Pretty good crowd today. Keep up!
I've no interest in conflict. The truth of life in the sanctuary is but a vision.
ready to lose yourself, you can fight it or rock with it.
No manners, huh? Who is thee? Told ya I could fight.
Everything's ordained by the stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
Tough luck running into me. Gotta try hard some. Watch this awesome move.
Keep up.
Let's rock. Who is thee? My turn.
There it is.
Energy restored. System online. Certification enabled. Come on.
Do it.
40%. 65%. 85%. We did it. We've gained access to the gear bridge. Let's move. Perfect. Okay. We need to get to the front line.
We could have a problem. Your brother may be there.
He probably is. Hopefully we don't bump into him, but if we do, we'll just have
Trying
to
and
talk to
talking
him.
is not gonna help.
Are you sure you can convince him?
No.
I've probably got a 30% chance, or less.
Meaning it could end in a fight.
Haven't you noticed yet? Most of our convincing ends in a fight.
We need to be sure, Saval. If we can't reach a common understanding with your brother,
Do or do not.
will
There
you
is
stand
no
with us?
try.
Of course. My word is my bond. I said that I'd stand with you to the end, and I won't go back on that promise.
Before our next expedition, I need Himeko to teach me some negotiation skills. Beating people up all the time is cramping my elegance.
I haven't fought with Japard since he enlisted. He could never beat me when we were little, but now...
Of course, he's right there.
Serval. It really is you.
Wait, Japard, listen to me.
When the sentry reported to me, I thought there must have been a misunderstanding. The enemy alarm had to be unrelated to your entry into the restricted zone. Perhaps the intruders had taken you hostage. And yet... Step away from the intruders, Serval. Walk over slowly and stand behind me. You're different from them.
I'm sorry. We have an understanding. I stand with them. Give me a few minutes, just a few. I'll explain every...
Enough, Serval.
Japard, just let her talk.
Have you forgotten where we are? We Landaus ought to know this place better than anywhere. The outer reaches of the front line against the Fragmentum. Belobog's most strategic protective fortress. Every Silvermane guard here, every person here, is ready to sacrifice themselves. Ready to spill their blood for Belobog at a moment's notice. Yet here you are, leading fugitives into the restricted zone. Attacking my Silvermane comrades in arms. Hijacking the energy hub. Are you really worthy of the Landau name?
Why do you think I've come here? We found a way to dispel the eternal freeze, to seal the Fragmentum. It might be the only lifeline this world has left.
If that were true, why wouldn't you report to Madame Cocolia? Why would you sneak into the restricted zone and create chaos?
You don't understand. The one preventing us from getting close to the truth is Cocolia herself.
You have all seen the Supreme Guardian in person. Do you think you can act as you please because she didn't recognize your version of events?
Listen to me, Japard. The origin and spread of the Fragmentum is linked to the Stellaron. The meteorite in the Architect's records, it's...
I know about the Stellaron. It's exactly what the fugitives behind you are seeking. But the Madam Guardian has already revealed the truth to me. These people have ulterior motives, Serval. They want to steal this treasure from the Architects.
Yeah, I'm a thief. I'm here to
Guardian has warned me
steal.
before that you were indulging in fantasy, that you'd been exposed to forbidden knowledge, and that you would bring destruction down upon Belobog. I believe you, Serval.
We are the villains.
I believe you think you're acting with loyalty to the people. It's just... Guards, formation, arrest these people. We could be inundated with Fragmentum monsters at any moment. We have no time to waste on them.
The forbidden is only forbidden to conceal the truth within. Kokolia's afraid that we'll seize on this knowledge, that the truth will spread far and wide. To save the world, we must risk it all. I've said my piece. Whether you believe it or not is up to you. Regardless, you should know by now your sister's never been one to back down. If there's something or someone you can't abide, you should stand up and resist. And if there's something you uphold, you should uphold it to the very end.
Save your explanation for the judge. You are charged with sabotaging the Silver
treason.
zone. In my capacity as captain, I hereby order that these fugitives be arrested.
Sabotage.
This isn't like our childhood game, Serval. You won't get any leniency from me.
The barrier hasn't been fixed yet. Don't try and be a hero, Japard.
Didn't I tell you? All our negotiations end in combat.
Time to fight.
Our position is so...
Move carefully. The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision.
Turn it up. Who invited you? Who will it be? My turn. You're annoying.
Stay focused. Take cover.
Fighting is meaningless.
Everything is ridiculous. Stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
I've no interest in conflict.
This song's for you.
No manners, huh?
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
Who invited you? Tough luck running into me.
Fighting is
Try hard
meaningless.
to watch this awesome move.
I've no interest in conflict.
Let's rock.
This ends here.
No manners, huh? Who will it be?
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision.
Our position is solid.
Huh? My turn.
Help yourself, bro.
Fighting is meaningless.
On my command. For forward.
Pretty good crowd today.
Let's rock. Who invited
Ready
you?
to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
Scared yet? Tough luck running into me. Everything's ridiculous. Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing. My turn.
I've no interest in conflict.
This song's for you.
Who will it be? You're annoying. Gotta try hard to watch this awesome move.
The truth of
There it
life and
is.
death.
The sanctuary is but a vision.
It looks like all we gave him was a headache.
This guy knows how to put up a fight.
Really, you
Never
didn't
come
even
up against
fucking
anyone
fight.
this relentless.
He just won't go down.
He's as stubborn as I am. It could be an argument or a fight. He'll do both to the death. That's why he bugs the heck out of me. That's enough, Japard. Take a look around you. You're the last man standing.
Even if I am, I won't yield.
We don't want you to yield through force of arms. That wouldn't be a victory for us.
Yeah, our goal is the same as yours, Serval's and Branya's. We just want to preserve this world. There's no reason to turn against each other.
Japard, brother, surely now you can see the need for pragmatism. Even if you don't believe my outsider friends, you should believe me. Maybe I've wasted your trust. In which case, believe Branya.
Lady Branya?
There's nothing more to say, Japard. The decision is yours.
As a captain of the Silver Mane Guards, I am duty-bound to carry out the orders of the Supreme Guardian. But Lady Branya is the commanding officer for the front lines. According to military protocol, if the frontline directives of the commanding officer clash with those of the architects behind the lines, a soldier must remain at their post and await further directives.
Is this a brainwave? It feels like a brainwave.
For the Silvermane Guards, the Guardian's orders are paramount and absolute. But there is something of equal importance in the oath we take.
The people of Belobog.
If we lose the people, we lose the reason for our existence. Our fight with the Fragmentum monsters is for the sake of preservation. But our fight with you, I fail to see the purpose. If you are truly able to prevent our endlessly unfolding misfortunes, then the people of Belobog are indebted to you. But if you are using lies to mask your true intentions, using my sister and Branya for your own ends, I swear by Klapoth that I will carry out your punishment without an ounce of mercy.
They're not lying. I promise you.
You must be Zila. You are a skilled fighter. Your combat style is nothing like that of the guards.
Regardless of what you believe, these guys have been a great help to the underworld. Many people would vouch for them.
I'm sure. If you want to advance further northward, you must traverse an area entirely corroded by the Fragmentum. It's the only way to get to the snow plains on the other side. The guards can give you some time before the next wave of attacks is upon us.
Well, that was a ton of harm. Is there any treasure?
soon as the restricted zone gate is open, the monsters on the other side will turn out in full force. The guards will do their best to stall them and buy you some time. Once you've broken through the front line, there's nothing more we can do for you. You'll have to find out for yourselves what lies within the northern fragmentum. So, have you made up your minds?
Yes. Ready.
Understood. Keep your weapons close. This will be a fierce fight. Guards, open the gate.
Are you dealing with attacks like this every day?
It's a common occurrence. Guards,
Open the gates and the guys just, they don't even storm in, they just kind of waltzed up to the gate like, hey there, you open that gate? Hello.
Here they
We're just
come.
gonna waltz on in.
steel yourselves.
Time for the main event. Keep up!
Told you I could fight.
This song's for you. Let's rock!
Fighting is
Everything's
meaningless.
ordained by the stars. Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Turn it up. Scared yet?
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it. Or rock with it!
Who will it be? How many of them are there?
The more the merrier. These guys are nothing. Hold the line.
Scared yet? Huh? Watch this awesome move! Turn it up! Scared yet?
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it. Or rock with it!
What's the female version of Weave? Just so like, I don't know.
I told
Weird.
you, Shepard, the barrier hasn't been fixed yet. Don't try and be a hero.
Wait, no.
Only the
That would
first
make me
wave.
weird.
They'll have reassembled soon. I have to.
I don't know.
Mr. Silvermane, listen to
You
your
saw
sister.
two in town.
I can tell just by
Oh.
looking at you that you
I don't
have
see
your
that
own
very
recovery.
often back home, actually.
Outsiders. Zila. The second wave
I
hasn't
think
started
Weeb
yet.
still
Make the most
applies,
of
or
this
like
opportunity and make a
Otaku.
break for it.
Huh? Serval, aren't you gonna look for the Stellaron with us?
Go on, Saval, you want to see
My
this?
brother can't hold them back by himself. He wasted a lot of energy on us. He's my responsibility now. Besides, if I'm not here to help, I don't know what might happen in the next wave. I want to go with you. I do. I always wanted to catch a glimpse of the Stellaron with my own eyes, and now it's so close. But I can't abandon my brother and the other guards. I'm a Landau. It's up to you now.
Melandau.
I believe in you. You've given me new hope. Get
And then
hold
we
of
just
the
go and
Stellaron
blow it
before
up.
Cocolia realizes what's happening. Hey, March. Don't forget to take a picture of the Stellaron for me.
We find the Stellaron quickly. Don't attack yet. I just need to take a picture.
Fragmentum activity is intensifying. Something's happening on Urilo 6. Shouldn't we go down there, Himiko?
Have faith in them. Besides, this is her first trailblazing expedition. How will she be able to...
I love how
look
this is all
far
just one
without
big
any twists and
expedition.
turns? Are you bored, Welt? I understand. But we have lots of opportunities ahead of us. Let's leave the memories of this expedition for them.
So you think they'll be safe, right?
No.
Yes, we haven't seen any Eon or Emanator level imaginary reactions. Relax. This is a young person's adventure. We shouldn't interfere. At most, we could offer a little off-site assistance.
Off-site assistant. Oh, Himiko.
The fragmentum Gepard was talking about?
Compared to this, the corrosion we saw in Backwater Pass pales into insignificance. Serval said that the Stellaron was very likely hidden in the snow plains north of Belobog. If we want to get there, I'm afraid we'll have to find the exit to this Fragmentum maze first.
Guys, does this place feel weird to you? It feels like there are loads of eyes staring at us.
Just eyes.
This place makes my flesh crawl. Like there are insects under my skin.
We have no guide and no way of detecting the Stellaron. We'll just have to advance gradually and cautiously. Don't be disheartened. The stronger the fragmentum contamination, the closer we are to the source.
Look! Up ahead on the ground! What is that?
Be careful. Think twice before you interact with anything in the fragmentum.
We're deep inside. Let's look for other clues.
I was just picking up the treasure chest.
This is... Branya's! Yeah, so she's been here already?
Whoa! Quick, look! That's Branya! Huh? Is that Cacolia too?
No, it isn't them.
Fake.
It must be a kind of echo? Some type of residual energy replicated by
It's
the
helping her.
fragmentum.
It showed us where to go.
Here, right? It looks like they went that way.
Just in time. We had no idea which direction to take. Let's
Power
go.
plot.
This is a complex mechanism. How did they get past?
She just looked at it and went open.
I knew this wouldn't be simple. Wait! Wasn't there some big energy hub-looking thing back in that empty area? Let's go back and take a look. Maybe it's linked to this gate.
I can't say I like the idea of interacting with our surroundings, especially this deep into the fragmentum. However, there's no other way. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
Huh. Even done, it worked, right? But the gate didn't move an inch.
We're gonna find more of them.
Are there other units around?
It's clear that whoever designed these mechanisms didn't want outsiders to get through too easily. Let's keep looking for the energy hub.
Look, over there! I think I can see the next unit.
Oh, I see it too. Let's go. Freeze!
You couldn't have done it without me.
Oh, bro.
Found your
The sanctuary is but a vision.
Are those monsters guarding the energy hub?
Seems like it. Strange. Fragmentum monsters would usually destroy man-made.
Did you hear that? This mechanism must be on now. Come on, let's find the next one.
Where is the next mechanism? Oh, behind that gate.
Of course.
There's no switch. We need to find a way around.
I've never seen such a desolate place. At least in Rivet Town, you could tell that people used to live there.
Rivet Town is only at the outstretched fingertips of the corrosion. Now, we're deep in the Fragmentum's heart.
That was a lot that happened in one go.
Turn it up.
That was the traffic light monster.
Let's rock.
You can fight it, or rock with it.
You couldn't have done it without me. Success! Another mechanism shut down.
I want to ask you a question.
Success.
Do you still remember those dreams you mentioned to us? I know you're wide awake right now.
I'm
I need
dreaming.
you to try. See if you can recall the voice you heard. This is merely speculation, but perhaps the voice you heard is the Stellaron somehow conveying information to Cocolia. And the one in your body is resonating with the Stellaron on this world.
Huh? You mean that Stellarons can communicate? I've never heard that before.
Well, there's never been a human that could accommodate a Stellaron in their body.
The Stellaron knows we're here.
Then, aren't we walking straight
He knows
into
we're
a trap?
here.
Yes. And Branya may well be the bait.
Don Hung's speculations are usually right on the money. But even if we've guessed right, we can't go home now.
There's no way back anyway. At least Cocolia won't catch us off guard now. So what if it's an ambush? We're not about to lose now. I have to save Branya, beat Cocolia, and crush this Stellaron thing to dust.
Is this right?
Almost.
Freeze!
The sanctuary is but a vision.
Oh, let's see.
Watch this awesome move!
Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
Hello, Alexi. Alexa. How are you doing today?
done it without me. Oh, shiny! Ooh, sparkly!
This wasn't the way. I'm glad to hear it. Yeah. It was time for change.
Is this right?
If you want to get to the other side, we'll need to rotate the gear bridge again.
Thank you. Wait, that's fine. Because I have the gate. Thank you very much. And I'm very much enjoying the game. It's good fun so far.
Found your Who will it be?
Bang. When's the PS5 version coming out?
The stars will always remember us.
Done! It took some effort, but we finally cracked these mechanisms. Are these echoes too?
Yes.
Yes. The fragmentum here seems to have made a special connection with Cocolia.
Right, on to the next one. Oh boy.
Whoa, check this place out. Tables and sentry posts? There must have been silver... guards stationed here once.
If there were, they left a long...
Looks like another completely new monster.
It's a bitch.
Considering where we are, it would be surprising if we didn't run into strange enemies here.
I don't care how strange it is. It's blocking
It's
our
blocking
way.
our way.
Let's get it.
Let's get it.
This will strengthen our position.
Fucking bitch.
Move carefully.
Pretty good crowd today.
Ready to lose
favorite
your son? You can
character.
fight it.
I'd say Zila.
Everything is ridiculous.
Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
Yeah. Fuck.
This song's for you.
Oh, okay, I'm not getting punished anymore, that's great. I'm getting punished. I'm just protecting myself. I like the violent pacifist guy.
Gotta try
Dan
my
Heng,
best to
he's
get some
great.
move.
Fighting is meaningless.
What? I didn't use... I accidentally used a
Time for the main
move.
event. Who will it be?
My turn. You can't run.
Pretty good crowd today.
Let's rock. No manners, huh? Everything is ordained. Oh,
Stop punishing
These
me.
trailblazers, your blessing.
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it. Or
Azula is pretty pog. I wish I had her. I had her as a support in one of the calyxes I was doing, and it's just the turn after turn after turn.
Unlike those random low-level fragmentum creations, this one seems to have a mind of its own. It seems to be able to use complex tactics.
Look, Bronya and Kokolia's echoes. They must have come through here. That means we must be really close, right?
I sense that we're very near to the northern snow plains.
Oh, off and away!
Found your weakness.
The sanctuary is but a vision.
who will it be?
Watch this awesome move.
Watch this awesome move. Absolutely not.
Let's rock.
Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing. Who will it be?
Here. Try that again. Watch this awesome move. Let's rock.
You can fight it or rock with it.
The sanctuary is but a vision.
Who will it be?
The stars will always remember us.
Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
Let's rock.
What? Why did you save yourself?
Who will it be?
You can't run. Watch this awesome move.
Okay, thank you. Give Asta the fucking shield.
Do I have this already?
No. I need healing.
Found your weakness.
Oh, that was not the weakness.
You can fight it or rock with it.
The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
I guess it didn't matter.
The stars will always remember us. It's that shadow of hers again.
It feels like this echo is different.
It's not an
than the others
echo.
before.
Bazinga.
Intruders.
Huh? Did she just speak?
You cannot approach.
I can do whatever I want.
Not good. March, out the way.
The Stellaron. Intruders. You go no.
Are you sure this isn't the real her?
It may look like her, but the fragmentum can't be forgeries. Bring her down!
Who invited you? My turn.
Everything is ordained by those stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
Here.
I've no interest in conflict. The truth of life in this sanctuary is but a vision.
No manners, huh? Who will it be?
You are doomed to fail.
Annoying. Gotta try hard sometime. Watch this awesome move.
Fighting is meaningless.
Pretty good crowd today.
Keep up. Scared yet?
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
Tough luck running into me.
A world devoured by ice.
You can't hide.
Witness the avalanche.
Turn it up. My turn. You.
Judgment of eternal winter.
The truth of life in this sanctuary is but a vision.
Keep up.
Everything is ordained. Those stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
Tough luck running into me. Here. You can't hide. Gotta try hard some. Watch this awesome move. Try that again.
I've no interest in
This song's for you.
Turn it up. Who invited you?
Ready to lose your... You can fight it
All
or
right,
rock
well,
with it.
Huh? Told you I could fight. Keep up.
Tremble before my power.
Nah. Nah.
Run.
No manners, huh?
Nah.
My turn.
There it is.
She disappeared.
Those stairs. It's the only way forward.
That wasn't even her.
Wherever they lead, it must be the end of the journey.
I don't want to get to the end so soon. I want my journey to go on forever.
No.
This means that Bronya is up ahead. And so is the fate of the overworld and the underworld. It's all in our hands. Strange. I thought I'd feel nervous or afraid, but I don't. The only feeling I have is that none of this seems real.
None of this seems real.
To be honest, you never really get used to them. We always used to rely on Himeko and Mr. Yang.
The Express has traveled world after world. We are merely passing travelers, witnesses to part of a grander story. We invariably avoid getting drawn into turbulence that can decide the fate of a world, but there are always times when we have no choice but to act.
Or to put it another way, this is one heck of a first trailblazing expedition. You hit the jackpot.
I was about to bore you all with my gloomy reflections, but on second thought, not today. Adventuring with you guys by my side has made me feel like no obstacle is too big.
Right on. But you
Our
can say
friendship.
whatever you like. A good adventure shouldn't be full of rules and regulations. Helping those in need, befriending those worth counting on, and saving the world a few times along the way.
This is the spirit. Let's do this. Wait. Yeah. Okay, no problem. Let's do it. He's trailblazing.
freezing here. The blizzard's so fierce. Now the power from the Trailblaze path isn't enough to stop the cold.
Means that we're getting closer to the Stellaron, and the heart of the Eternal Freeze.
Did the architects build this?
Very different from the uniform style of the buildings we saw in the city.
Does it look like the palm of a If Cocolia threatens us by taking Bronya hostage...
We have to save her. The underworld... No. The entire planet relies on her.
No. Do not resist, Bronya. Accept the common will.
No! I don't want this.
Look upon their promised future, Bronya.
Oh, Bronya. Don't submit to peer pressure.
Poverty without cold, without suffering. A world where people no longer have to pray like prisoners for survival. A world that we can guard for all eternity. 700 years ago, we tried and fought unceasingly, believing that the radiance of human nature.
I don't know if
could
we're gonna win
shepherd
this
us
fight.
towards rejuvenation.
If not, I'll switch Dan and for Trailblazer and bring back March 7th for the shields.
Why, when faced with irrefutable strength, is our first thought always to resist? To cover our ears instead of hearing the call? It is the conceit and cowardice entrenched in the depths of human nature. So difficult to efface. Cast them aside. Break free of the chains that bind you. The Stellaron will lead humanity to evolve, and they will.
Fuck the Stellaron.
Ends here, you witch!
Fuck the Stellaron.
Zila?
You came. I thought the blizzards had entombed you.
You wish. We're not going down before you do. Bronya! I don't know what happened between you and them. Even if you explained it to me, I probably wouldn't understand all the crazy details. But there are two things I do know. One,
I love you.
these guys have come through hell to get here, to seal this Stellaron thing. And two, do you remember what I said? If anything happened to you, I'd save you. Do you understand? Even if the damage is done, even if you've completely forgotten our promise, then I'm just gonna have to knock you out and bring you back myself.
Zila. All of you.
Finished? I think I've given you long enough to bid farewell. It's time I told you my other reason for bringing you here, Brown. I want to witness your choice. I have told you all the truths there are to tell. The deal with the Stellaron, the wish I made to it. There are no more secrets between us. Many years ago, the voice of the Stellaron sounded in my ears for the first time. I was no different from the previous generations of Guardians. I withdrew, refused to hear. I was as you are now, bitterly defending the Architect's so-called preservation. My conviction was once steadfast, unparalleled. Until a sudden change arrived and threw everything into chaos. Another choice appeared before me. A subversion of the old order.
Yeah.
And the welcome
Have a good
of a new
sleep. I'll
world.
speak to you again soon. Thank you for
And
dropping
compared to
in.
the illusory, ever more distant preservation.
You sleep well.
This was so tangible.
Intangible.
I
Big
have
tomorrow.
agonized, long agonized over how to convey all this to you. Inevitably, the promised tomorrow will transpire. But if you were not there beside me to watch over that new world, I would descend into torment. Bronya. Enduring torment. Perhaps I should be thanking you, outsiders. The pressure you have imposed has at long last compelled me to confront my final weakness. Bronya, throughout your life, I have never forced you to submit to my will. You have always, will always have a choice. As then, so now. Choose. my
Choose, Bronya. Choose us.
Madam Kokoria, I am grateful to you for raising me and for allowing me the privilege of choice. But I am sorry, Mother. On this, our final occasion, I cannot stand with you. You say that conceit and cowardice lie in the depths of human nature. Perhaps you're right. Desperation sheds a light on the darkest recesses of the heart. What about those simply struggling for survival, fighting for something better? I've witnessed their light on the front lines, in the underworld, in places you have overlooked. Our ancestors built the city, striving in the bitter snow to prolong our civilization. Even if this world is doomed to fall apart, we should allow humanity to pave the way to its final outcome. Not hand over our fate to the seed of ruin. We are guardians, Mother. Chosen from among the masses. Our duty is to preserve the world built by humanity. We are not gods. We are not arbiters. You seek to crush human nature underfoot while masquerading as an arbiter and a god. I cannot let you.
son.
Oh, she's gonna stop her mom.
This is your choice. I understand, Bronya. Pity. Such a pity that you will never see that resplendent world. Unable to free yourself from the shackles of your mind. You know what? You were supposed to be the mother of the new world.
What?
Ground! It's shaking!
The Stellaron's angry. You've angered the Stellar.
That sign.
The fate of this city, of Belobog, is sealed. Its future will unfold in our hands. And you will become the foundation of the
God.
new world.
No.
You must break the old to build the new. The Supreme Guardian commands you.
Oh, fuck.
Rise, engine of creation!
It's
Oh.
sentient machines! Watch out, all of you!
Fuck. Big robot. Oh, Lord. Oh, goody good. Oh, good golly. And she can fly. I don't think this is going well.
This robot's 1,000 times bigger than Svarog.
The time's now.
This song's just for you.
Let's rock! No manners, huh?
This is our chance.
Everything is ridiculous. Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
Engine, break them!
No, no!
interesting conflict. The truth of life and death will be the sanctuary is but a vision.
This song's for you.
Turn it up!
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
Who invited you? Who will it be? Keep up!
Everything's ridiculous.
The
Stars,
speed.
give these trailblazers your blessing.
Let's make it quick.
Fighting is meaningless.
No!
How can we bring a giant like this down?
The truth of life and death revealed in the sanctuary is but a vision.
Time for the main event.
Turn it up!
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
No interesting conflict.
Pretty good crowd today.
Let's rock! Huh?
That's some Gundam shit going on. What the fuck? What?
Himeko! It's Himeko!
Oh, thank God.
Hello? Can you hear me? Gosh, the signal's terrible. Himeko! You finally spared a thought for us.
What are you talking about? Well enough, been up on the thing you the time. You've got quite the trailblazing mission on your hands. So, how does that guy work? Or, importantly, how do you stop him from working? Over to you guys, I guess.
I'll cover you!
Oh man, Bronya. You go, girly. Oh, okay. This cinema, I love her. Iggy! Long time no see, long time. Hello, Raiders. How are we doing today? My name is Baff. I'm the BunBun whale shark gal. And we're about to fight mommy.
The power granted by them.
Yeah, it's been a while. I've been good. I've been good. How have you been? Oh lord, ice mommy.
Listen to the power surge.
Fuck it up, we're just playing some Honkai envtuber.
The Stellaron's promise is the only
And
hope for
you have
this
entered
world.
at the right time. You've entered at the time where it's actually
Just as
getting
it
good,
dispelled the
apparently.
Antimatter Legion
Had the most
700
scuffed
years ago.
stream. Oh dear.
Will it wipe you
Oh
from
dearie
the
dear.
face of this world?
Scuffed streams can be funny though. Oh fuck.
Stay alert.
Oh, I literally just...
Rules are made to be
It's just me. How I feel it. I used to be an adventurer like you, but I took the arrow in the knee. Ah. Fucking
Stay alert.
beat her up, I guess.
Just a scratch. Yeah.
Keep beating her up. Keep beating her up.
Let's make it quick.
This is so bad. We'll just play with crashes, OBS, and Twitch decided to die. Oh, technical issues are the worst.
Overestimating their
I
abilities.
hate technical issues.
Let me bestow upon you.
And they make me sad. Oh dear, I'm dead. I guess I die. Yeah, I literally did take a metaphorical arrow to the knee, but instead of the knee, it was my blimmin' heart. Even fun, and I tried hat in time for the first time. Oh.
Is this
Interesting.
the universe? But I was fighting Cocolia. Why am
I've
I
just
here?
ascended to the universe.
The last time I came here, I drew Nanook's gaze. Could it be?
I've ascended. Oh no. Why is this a laggy area? I hate
Commercial
this.
district has fallen. We've transferred the residents to the outer municipal district.
If
for the
it's
time being.
lagging, I
The
apologize.
garrison lost 26 fighters. But
Why do you hesitate, Cocolia? Isn't this what you've always
Let
been
me
hoping
just
for?
fight my way through the universe real quick.
Madam Cocolia, the monsters are surging this way. It's too dangerous here.
Mother, I still don't understand.
I don't care.
The fragmentum.
The city is drowning in tears.
Hey, thank you so much.
Power of the preservation
Thank you.
is fading.
Have fun setting up whatever you're setting up. I will try and have a good stream. Thank you for popping by. Thank you for the raid. I hope to see you again soon.
Yes,
Why is the Guardian's will a child?
we have no right to judge.
Child.
The fragmentum had been expanding for the past 700 years. There is no faith nor wealth left for our successors. Only despair. To see the home we vowed to preserve wither away. That in itself is torture. Not to mention the haunting whisper of
This is like the paths in fucking Attack on Titan.
the day will come when even the strongest of wills cannot help but give in to such influence. It is only a matter of time before the Amber Lord forsakes us. You are but a stranger to us. And yet you seek to bond your destiny to ours.
I just want to leave the lag area, please. Please. It's not lagging on my computer. It is literally just lagging on the stream.
Has already been lost. Touch the light of the amber.
Touch the light. Wait, is this where I get to become the fire trailblazer?
Attract their gaze.
Oh, let me out of here. There we go. Pull the sword out of the fucking universe. Bruh. I got stabbed and I came back with a toasty new sword. Oh, this is the boss music.
Preservation has made its choice.
Of the plight of this world. Nothing of the wait for its final end.
Epic fucking boss battle music.
We will go bravely, walking hand
hand in hand into the darkness. No, that end won't come to pass while we're around.
The Stellaron changes everything. Stay alert. Defend the weak.
Clemency? Never heard of it.
Turn up the volume. I don't remember inviting. Look out.
Step aside. I have no interest.
My tempo!
A guest with no manners, huh?
Fight it or rock with it. My music. Conquer us all!
You will not take away our hope.
Everything's ridiculous. Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
The truth of life and death.
Alrighty. Thanks for stopping by.
Fighting is meaningless.
Turn it up. Scared yet?
Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
No interest in conflict.
I'm on guard.
Pretty good crowd today.
Keep up.
Fighting is meaningless.
A brave new world.
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
Lance at the ready.
No manners, huh? Who will it be?
Have no interest in conflict. The truth of life in this sanctuary is but a vision.
We might lose several here. No? Oh. Oh shit. Oh, no, we're gonna lose him instead. Oh, please fucking crap.
Give these trailblazers your blessing.
I'm on guard.
Fuck yeah. What?
Turn it up. No manners, huh?
Oh, this isn't good.
The power of the Stellaron is with me.
Oh, fuck it out. Someone's gonna come in and give an assist here, surely.
Translates into hope.
No? Yeah, no.
Lance ablaze. Lance forward.
Who will it be?
The only redemption. Lance at the ready. Power translates into hope.
Oh, we're very nearly dead.
I'm on guard.
Everything's ordained. Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
And go the past.
Oh my Oh, please.
Who invited you? Who is he? Power
No.
translates into hope.
Oh! Oh, fucking hell. That was a close battle. Fucking hell.
This Stellarone promised us the future. It will
Oh.
everything.
Oh, that was. It was like I had 1% health there, like. That was far too tense for my liking. All my friends died.
It's over.
So did her mum.
Mother, did you wake up from that dream?
Wow. That was a tough trailblazing expedition. We made it! But, what are we gonna do with the Stellaron? It's usually Mr. Yang who handles it.
I've informed Himiko and Mr. Yang already. They'll seal the Stellaron.
Nice! The crisis on this world is
Oh, I don't
basically
think
over,
Bronya's
right?
crisis is over, but sure.
The storm still rages on. Now that the Stellaron is sealed, the eternal freeze will slowly recede. Fragmentum won't aggressively expand anymore, but nor will it disappear. Urilo 6 has a chance to return to life, but it will take time. It will depend on the efforts of the people here.
Thank you. All of you.
All in a hard day's work, Bronya.
This victory is only the beginning for Belobog. There is still much to do. The people will have felt the effects of the engine of creation. There are so many questions to answer, so many truths to reveal. I don't know whether I can get the people to accept all this. Can I really do that?
Yeah.
Tell everyone about Mother's true motives? About a lie perpetrated for 700
I'm sure
years?
you can do it, Bronya.
No. No way.
Sila.
I don't know how to explain it, but I don't think there's any other way. In the underworld, we tell the kids things will be better tomorrow. Everyone knows it's a lie, but it gets them to sleep with some hope. Can you imagine the consequences if we told the people what happened here? They'd be devastated. If we can't trust the Guardians, who or what can we trust?
Nothing.
Mother died to preserve Belobog.
What?
The visitors from beyond the sky told her the secret of the Stellaron. She knew that Alyssa Rand, the first Supreme Guardian, had failed to destroy it. And yet, she decided to challenge its power. A power beyond human comprehension. Supreme Guardian Cocolia sacrificed herself to dispel the dark clouds enveloping this city. From here on out, that's the truth the world will hear. What do you think?
Perfect.
It keeps the hope of preservation alive, at least.
It's logical, and hard to disprove.
Why do we have to lie? I'm abstaining. I like telling the truth. But I get what you're trying to do.
Thank you for understanding. For many people, Mother was an outstanding guardian. The whole truth will live on in my mind. All the mistakes, madness, evil, dreams therein. I will be the one to carry that burden. Now, I must take over the duties of the Supreme Guardian and discard my naive fantasies. I'm sorry, Seela. Please, protect this secret with me till the end of our lives.
Say no more. I know what to do.
Thank you. Now then, as promised, let's start rebuilding the bridge between the overworld and
Let's
the
do it.
underworld.
Build bridge. Not a wall.
Seela, can you tell everyone in the underworld that the Stellaron has been sealed? And tell them the blockade will soon be over, and they will breathe freely again soon.
They don't have to breathe the
Of course.
stank here.
Leave it to me. Nat's probably getting anxious about the delay.
While you do that, I'll head back to the administrative district. I need to tell Jabard. Serve.
Are you okay?
What's wrong, Branya? Do you feel sick?
I'm fine. I need to hurry.
She's exhausted. Quick, we need to think of something. You, help me out here.
You.
Right. I almost forgot. You're still wanted by the guards. I might be an underworlder, but at least I don't stand out as much as you guys. That's settled then. I'll leave Nat to you. Remember to keep the secret. For Brun... No. For Belobog's sake.
So, wanna tell us what happened back there? Don't think you can just reappear on the battlefield with a cool weapon in your hands and skip the story.
She originally. Let's focus.
You're right.
Blah blah blah. We just gotta have to keep this one for now. We might have to keep her as a physical for now. Nice.
Look, there's a big crowd around the clinic. Do you think they felt the effects of the battle? Natasha! Oleg! Hope you didn't have to wait too long. Oh,
They've been
it's
waiting
them.
an eternity.
You kids move fast. By the look on your faces, I assume you come bearing good news?
You bet. You might not believe this, but we summoned up all our strength and then... maybe she should do the talking. I'm no good at serious stuff. I'll probably...
We were there at the fight. We witnessed everything.
Sacrificed herself, huh? Sure, yeah, that's the whole story.
Cocolia. In order to save Belobog, she... I see.
So the massive tremors we felt earlier were a result of the battle.
Oh man, imagine like...
Thank you. I can't even imagine what you've been through up there. I'm just glad everything turned out all right. What about Zila?
Don't worry, she's all right. It took a big toll on Branya, so Zila took her over to the guards.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you're all okay.
Now that Cocolia's no more, I guess our Silvermane girl is about to become the next Supreme Guardian? She sees things through and doesn't go back on her word. The underworld will thrive again under her watch.
Oh, we brought you a message from Branya. The blockade will soon be lifted. The people of the underworld will breathe freely.
You're all gonna breathe the fresh air.
Freely. That's been our wish all along. March.
Her hair
Dalhong,
is so
and you,
see-through.
Can I ask for your help again? I want to get this news out to everyone. It'll lift their spirits and bring them hope. Thank you. Choose whoever you like. Wildfire will take care of the rest.
We've gotten to know a lot of underworlders. Who do you think
Not
we should start
Sampo.
with?
Roger that. You can leave the rest to us. If everything goes smoothly, this should be Wildfire's final mission. Those kids better not have taken advantage of the chaos to go on an expedition.
Ha! 48, 49, 50.
Found you. You,
Miss
since. Hey, it wasn't.
I was about to say they got better at this.
What about your? I did. Okay. Hide and seek update. Astral Express Crew 2, the Mole 0.
Moles, you suck.
Celebrate while you can. Hide and seek is best of 5, you know.
Yeah, and if we win the third one, it's gonna become best of 7.
You came all this way to tell the moles something, so spit it out. Do you want to do the honors? Aww. Oh. Uh-huh. What's wrong? Why aren't you saying anything? Hook. Julian. Hey! Wipe your tears, Julian! Your second
second in command. No crying in front of grown-ups.
No crime.
You three, listen up.
Hello, hello.
Starting from today, you are the
How are you
mole's
today?
#1 rivals.
Rivals? Why the heck are we rivals now? What are you talking about?
Why are we rivals?
Hook and Julian always wanted to defeat the villains on the surface and take back
Oh
our
god.
homeland. But it sounds like
The children are
grown-ups
just gonna go
stole
and
their thunder, so
the children are gonna go and beat people up.
You think we're gonna accept defeat just like that? One day, the moles will be the heroes of the underworld and the overworld. Then everyone will sit and
They will sit.
yeah, sit up and take notice. I would have figured it out myself. I didn't need you to remind me.
So that's why you were so silent. If you want to be as awesome as us, you better start training every day.
And start listening to Natasha.
Training every day? Listening to the old witch? Will that really make us as awesome as you guys?
Yeah.
In that case, deal!
I'll have to listen to authority.
Julian and Alina, let's run back to the town. Training starts today. Yes, boss. Understood.
Alina, I can give you a piggyback if you can't make it.
The juice. Basically what we did was shit. And no.
Oh, Mr. Yang put it nicely. There I was getting excited.
That's the cruelty of us.
So,
We should tell Branya when the time's right.
It's getting late. Where to now?
It's always dark in the underworld.
Oh, is everyone all right? Now we just... I think they'll be fine.
Oh, let's go see Svarog.
Outsiders.
how did you know?
The
Seems like
Its language module must have...
outsiders are
Follow the traffic light.
visitors, Clara.
Oh, it's the variables.
We are the variable.
There was a huge shaking just now coming up through the ground. Mr. Svarog said it must have been...
Recalculating. Conclusion. Engine of creation. 97.66% probability. The engine of creation was an immense construction machine created by the architects. It was not built to fight.
Well, whatever. We won. Thanks to that giant robot, we were finally able to take care of the Stellaron. And Branya made a promise. The underworld and the overworld will soon be reunited. Which means that you, Svarog, you won't have to worry about preserving the underworld for the time being.
March, everyone, thank you so much. I wasn't sure you guys would be able to do it, but now... Mr. Svarog, what do you say? You guys said you were travelers from other worlds, right? I want to be just like you. One day, I'm gonna go traveling to faraway places and make new friends.
Should we abduct the child?
Calculation result. Update. Mission number 0001. Preserve the underworld. Complete.
Oh, today was the king's coronation and now it's Bronya's coronation.
That's our Branya, quick as a flash.
She certainly moves a lot faster than some people I know.
If you haven't got anything nice to say right now, zip it.
It's getting late. Where to now?
You made it. I thought you were about to miss out on a moment of...
No way!
I don't know how... For Oleg and I, not to mention the other adults, reopening the passageway means rediscovering old ways of living. Return to normality. Survival is no longer the top of the agenda. But for the children who were born into this era, who grew up in this isolation, this will be a new life altogether.
A whole new world.
Once you've tasted freedom, it's difficult to accept a life of separation and isolation. Those of us whose childhoods were marred by tragedy, we must strive to do better for the next generation. I'm sorry. Here I am talking your ear off again. This is a day to remember. We should welcome it with smiles.
You smile.
If you have time, talk to the folks here. Every one of them will tell you about their excitement.
I'm ready.
Finally. Ah, it's you. Oh,
Brothers, sisters!
All about.
Look at the big blue ceiling!
Aww.
That's not a
That's so
ceiling,
cute. Those kids
that's
probably
the
never
sky.
saw the sky.
So this is the overworld? The air here smells different.
Less rust and geomarrow particles floating around. Take a deep breath, children.
You see,
This
the thing
what
is,
freedom
opening this pathway is like the underworlders
never
want to
thought
come
I'd
off,
live to see the
but the
administrative
overworlders
district
aren't going to want to go to the
all
underworld.
those years. we've been through
I mean,
a
it
lot.
makes it easier for like GMR exports, I guess.
You're right, Oleg. It's funny. The moment I boarded the cable car, my mind was filled with everything I wanted to do on the surface. But now, I just want to sit down, zone out, and watch the people coming and going. And let the day just pass me by.
Enjoy
At least
the
they
peace
didn't
and
come
quiet,
out and
Natasha.
it was raining.
We earned it.
It's Japard! Is he here to meet us?
He did a fight.
He's still on duty.
Welcome back to the administrative district, Trailblazers.
Trailblazers. First time anyone's called us that on this planet.
The architects think it's only right that we should address you properly. Outsiders is hardly fitting anymore.
Yeah,
Please
we
allow
are the
me to apologize again
Trailblazers.
for what happened in the restricted zone. You were only trying to help. I should have trusted Serval's judgment.
I killed your mom.
Thanks for understanding. Lady Bronya's inaugural address will begin soon. She asked me to pass on her invitation to you.
Huh? That's sooner than I expected. Is she well enough to...
Not really. But Lady Bronya insisted on delivering the speech as soon as possible. She wants the people to understand what happened. The address will be held at Everwinter Monument. I hope the three of you can find time to attend.
No, I can't. I'm so busy. Ugh.
Look, there's a crowd gathering over there. Is the address starting soon?
Looks like it. Bronya hasn't arrived yet, though. Let's find somewhere to wait.
Time to sit and wait next to there's an empty bench here, but we're going to sit right next to this person.
Guards, formation!
Whoa, this must be it.
Citizens of Belobog, I kindly ask for your attention. Lady Bronya Rand's inaugural address will begin shortly. Please remain orderly.
People of Belobog, hear me. Today we gather here to celebrate our victory, but it was a sacrifice made by a mighty guardian that delivered us this opportunity. She dispelled an evil that cost us 700 years of suffering. And in the process, she paid the ultimate price. The sacrifice of Cocolia Rand ushers in a new chapter. The blizzard beyond the walls will die away, and the offensives of our Silvermane guards will begin to contain the Fragmentum's advance. In the far north, I witnessed with my own eyes the struggle between the late Supreme Guardian and the evil power that sought to destroy us. In her last moments, the Supreme Guardian told me her greatest regret. The order to seal off the underworld from the overworld. With the passage of time, she gradually came to realize the consequences of that decision. Although tortured with guilt, she could not undo the damage.
Just twisting these words a little.
She wanted us to mark the Stellaron's end by reuniting Belobog. Overworlders and Underworlders must embrace the dawn of a new age. Together. People of the Underworld, I dare not ask for your forgiveness. I now know the reality of your decade of suffering. But I want us to work together. We know that without your perseverance and hard work, Belobog will not recover its former glory. And the seed of civilization
Oh,
will
Dan
not
Hanks just
be
reading a book,
preserved.
but I'm not listening.
And on that note, I'd like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to a few guests of the city. Most of you were not aware of their arrival. But it is thanks to them that our world now flourishes with hope.
Yeah, all in a day's work, Bronya.
That while we remain focused on
You need
preserving
to
the
thank
ground
us.
beneath our feet, we should not forget to look up into the sky. I firmly believe that with the determination of everyone, our world, the world the Trailblazers call Yarilo 6, will no longer be alone among the stars. But before we accomplish that goal, I humbly ask you to follow me into the future. I, Bronya Rand, the 19th Guardian of Belobog, hereby take my oath.
Lady Bronya! Lady Bronya! Long live Belobog!
Well, that went smooth. She did it. She ding dong did it.
Bronya, we're back!
March, Don Hung, and you. It's wonderful you made it to the address. Sorry, I know the invitation was very last minute, but I needed to get the news out as soon as possible. The longer people waited, the more rumors started to swirl. The situation risked spinning out of control. Yes, I'm fine now, don't worry. My mother... she tried to force the voice of the Stellaron into my head.
Wow.
It was a terrible feeling. I don't know what would have happened if you hadn't shown up.
That
Whoa.
was some speech, Bronya. If I had to talk like that in front of a huge crowd, I'd be shaking head to toe.
It was all just a bunch of palatable lies. I hope you never have a similar experience, March. I prefer to be honest with the people. But I also want to preserve their hope.
Don Hung, wanna talk about Mr. Yang's findings?
Allow me to explain.
Which means the fragmentum has already taken root by this point. Even though the Stellaron is sealed, we won't be able to reverse the damage immediately. I know. Our ancestors wouldn't have risked using one if they'd had other ways of avoiding calamity. You've gone out of your way to save this world. You nearly lost your life. I have no right to ask for more. Besides, I agree with Mr. Yang. Ultimately, the fate
You don't
of
even know who
Belobog
Mr.
in the
Yang
hands of its
is.
own people.
Mr. Yang could be the man in the fucking... Oh, he is the man in the fucking sky. Never mind.
In that case, as a leader, I must give you a promise of the same weight. We will hold out with everything we have until the day you Trailblazers return. Even if it takes another 700 years. The
I don't think
children
I'm
of
appearing in
Yarilo
700
6 will look
years.
up to the sky with hope in their hearts. So long, my friends. May the preservation bless your journey.
Cheers, Bronya.
Congrats! That was one heck of a first trailblazing expedition.
Worth celebrating, I'd say. 2.5.
What?
2.5.
That run of the mill, huh?
My scoring criteria are different from yours.
Anyway, we should be asking you. Any thoughts you want to share?
Hi, Bruno!
No way! We're about to leave and I've hardly got any decent photos. Come on! Let's go back to the administrative district and hang...
Wow. I don't know if that's what I want.
Rania said she's willing to wait 700 years for us. Huh. Don Hung, how long can humans live for? Here we are! Everwinter. Oh, Pela and Hook are here. Okay, where to next? Oh, we haven't seen Serval since we got back. Let's head to the...
You know what I mean.
Why would I go here and take a picture?
Who's there? How have you been, Miss Serval? Photo. Over here. Wow, that's pretty great. I wish the photographer.
Huh? Don't worry. If you... Here.
Huh? If you have time.
That's enough sightseeing and
Well,
photo
we
taking
went
to
to two
last me a
places.
while.
That's it. That's enough.
Time to head back to the Goethe Hotel for a good night's sleep.
We can sleep when we're back on the express.
Not so fast. Last time we were here, that evil Madam Guardian interrupted us before we'd gotten the most out of our luxury suites. Don't you think we should make up for
No.
it? Come on. Himeko and Mr. Yang are grown-ups. I'm sure they'll cope without us for one night.
They've coped without us for a while.
Don't you want to chit-chat with the locals now that Belobog is full of life again? I know I do.
Come around and have a look.
No. Time for sleep. With no surprises this time. I hope that's a promise. Let me sleep. Bed.
At the end of your journey, all that perplexes you and troubles you will resolve.
Oh, it was a close thing, all right. Good thing it dawned on me. Hey, Sampo doesn't have to be a protagonist, right? The likes of us are better suited to, shadowy comic relief, eh? Turns out the Astral Express crew is more fun than I expected. You liked it? Really?
What?
Told you so. No! I'm in no hurry to leave. What? Oh, Epsilon? What fun can you get out of a giant Vanity Fair like that? True happiness always entails the manifestation of the dignity of mankind. Now, that's a quote I live by. Well, bye for now. Send my regards to the guys and girls in the tavern. Oh, and don't forget to say that Sempo Kasky will catch them for the next one. Time to make my curtain call. To you, my dear audience, I dedicate my performance. I wonder,
What the fuck?
did I bring a little more joy into your lives?
No.
You don't have to answer that. But if the answer is
Oh.
no, then you'll break my heart.
What the fuck
We should
was
be getting back
that?
to the Express. Time to find March and Danhung.
What was that? Sampo's little...
Morning. How did you sleep? I'm full of it. Copycat.
Sampo's just an actor.
No cure, I see.
Did you get Himiko's message? It's time to go. The conductor will nag us again if we put the express behind schedule.
Off schedule?
Yeah. Well, pack your souvenirs and stuff. Back home we go.
Keep at it.
Say goodbye to Bellabog. I'm not lazy, I promise.
Here we are at last. Hey, I'm not...
Priorities? What do you mean? Are you saying rebuilding the underworld isn't one of your priorities?
Of course not. I'm just saying we have limited assets and we need new parameters.
Assets, parameters. You sure love your fancy words. Ugh, forget it. Leave it to me. I'll go down myself.
Come on, Seela. I won't leave you to—
Look, Branya! There'll be plenty of difficulties waiting for them, right?
Yes.
That'd been like a governmental fight, and they're like, ooh, look! Shooting star.
Prevail here, even if it means arguments like this go on forever.
They won't go on forever if I win them.
That just ended their entire argument.
Welcome home, you three.
Himiko, Mr. Yang! Team Trailblaze back from duty. Mission 1 accomplished.
Although Welt and I didn't get the chance to go with you, I can tell you worked hard to bring things back to normal. Well done, everybody. And especially you. I heard a lot of good things about you.
Please, cake.
Confidence goes a long way.
Get some rest on the Express. Eurilo 6 was not an easy ride. Pom-Pom is of the opinion that we should leave as soon as possible to avoid potential resurgences of the anomalies we experienced earlier. Himiko and I agree.
Which means we need to decide where our next destination is, soon.
That's right.
That's the path of the Nameless, I presume. Always on the road, always trailblazing. I'm not complaining, by the way. One adventure after another, that's exactly what I signed up for.
How did you get recruited
Looks
into
like
this?
March has fallen in love with the way of the Nameless. That's good to hear. You can head back to your rooms for some rest, or stay here and make yourselves a cup of coffee, whichever you like.
I'll head back to my room then.
There I was thinking this guy would gradually open up.
We need to give him some time, March. I think he treasures the time spent with you guys. About your battle against the Supreme Guardian and the whole Stellaron situation, You must have a lot of unanswered questions, I suppose.
Yeah.
While you were away, Welt and I did some research and came to some interesting conclusions. Let me know if you want to ask about anything.
Home sweet home. Mr. Yang and he make...
The Express crew, the universe, thank you for becoming our companion. I'll do my best. You're most welcome.
So, your first, be it joy or pain, it seems you have something on your mind. Likewise.
Pom-Pom, we're back.
Shh. Checking star...
Good to see.
Spatial readout, star rail stability. The numbers have stabilized. Oh! Welcome back to the Express! Right away to avoid encountering the anomalies again. For your safety, please don't leave your seat and...
Done. All right. Let's do that, I suppose. How am I underpowered? Yeah, we'll do that.
Great.
Watch this awesome move.
Who's next?
Maybe not. Oh, not this bitch again. Every daily mission. Celine
Wanna
needs.
go take some pictures?
No. We've already done that. Blah blah blah.
How do I know which ones to pick?
The daily missions never like something important. It's just like help the damsel in distress. Help her find some flowers. So we've got knights, thieves, musketeer, musketeer. So probably be good to do the musketeer one.
What a headache.
Watch this awesome move!
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Ooh, look through.
Disappear among the
My
sea of
goodness.
butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Ooh, look through. Let's rock. You can fight it or rock with it.
Disappear
Man.
among the sea of butterflies.
He's
Illusions of
broken.
the past.
Stop! I don't want the passers-by. Yes. Maybe some booty. I'm taking you again. Let's go. Let's go.
Ooh, look through.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Who's next?
That's it. You can't run.
Bruh.
Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
Fucking Asta working with Zila is cancer.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Who's next?
But how is that not cancer? The more speed, the more Zila can do there. Then she just gets so many goes that it's ridiculous. How many goes does she need? Then her ultimate.
Illusions of the past.
And again, and again. Again. Jesus Christ. Wow. Well. I think we can actually... No. No, because we gave her a new... Well... Ugh. What's Hunter? Genius. There's not one for knights. Eagle. We can never get this one because I think the Streetwise boxing was good for. Let's get a sport.
What a headache.
Who will it be?
You can fight it.
I'll rock with it. Again. Again.
Give these trailblazers your blessing.
More speed.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Who's next?
Keep up.
Jesus. There it is. And we got the wrong one. Oh. Did we level up? Oh, we did. Give me that, I guess. Huh. Wait. And those first. We'll keep that one. Night of Purity Palo. It's nights. We don't have them. But if we're running Fire Trailblazer instead of March 7th, we can take our shit. Whoa. Whoa. Okay. Alec. We need knights. More flaming lamp. And sorry, I'm just looking at builds. It's serious breakfast. I've just broken my team. But it is what it is. I want these. I have so much fuel. I could probably do this a lot.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Who's next?
You can fight it or rock with it.
I don't know what I'm actually running for.
Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Who's next?
Let's rock.
Wow. I just... What? I've got her in that. Okay, but we just... Level... Ooh.
What a headache.
Who will it be?
Disappear among the
My
sea of
lord.
butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Zila.
Let's rock.
Lance forward!
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Who will it be? Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies.
Butterflies.
Illusions of the past. Who's next?
Let's rock.
You can fight it.
I'll rock with it. Again.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Disappear among the sea
How
of
many
butterflies.
turns? How many turns is
Illusions
she
of the
getting?
past.
Another one? Another one?
Who will it be?
That's the first dude to get bloody hit in at this point. Here it is.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
There it is.
You can fight it or rock with it. Only a scratch. Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past. Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Again. I think if you keep clicking yes,
Illusions of the past.
he just gets more speed.
Who's next?
I'm pretty sure she keeps the speed boost.
Illusions of the past.
Therefore she just ends up never stopping.
Who will it be? Those stars.
And then we give her more.
Who's next? Disappear among the sea of butterflies.
And then
Illusions
she
of the
has
past.
infinite time.
Disappear among the
What
sea
the
of
fuck?
butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Okay, I think I have enough of these. I genuinely think I have enough. Whoa. There we go.
The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Turn it up. You can fight it or rock with it.
Who will it be? Those stars. Give these trailblazers your blessing.
Keep Lance forward. She does a proper little Power Rangers move when she does her ultimate.
Worth our while.
Was it? Was that worth our while? I don't think it was. Ugh. I don't want to read that. Rightio. I think we're gonna end it here for today. Been on for quite a while. I need to go cook some food and then go to sleep. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be on again, let's say like ooh. I think Wednesday. Yeah, so a few days working and doing uni stuff, and then we'll be back. Have a good evening, everyone, and I'll see you again soon. This has been Baff. Have a great night.